all the efforts for the relief for Hurricane Melissa for the people of Jamaica.
Alright, so apparently the packages that was missing from Buju Banton cargo that was to supply anybody in need that was affected by Melissa was actually found. And Daryl voice is basically saying that Buju should have dealt with the situation in a better manner, you know. And he has also took to Instagram to say a lot of things. But it surprised me that a day after Buju video has been going viral, the next day the packages was found. It's ironic, and I totally understand from both parts because end of the day, if Buju never released this video on YouTube, on social media platform, he honestly would get what them package. If he would have gotten them back, it would have been couple days later or a couple months later. You get me I say? Because Buju Banton basically exposed the untidiness, the corruption in the Jamaican system. You get me I say? Because how can his cargo package being lost in the airport before it even reach where it's supposed to reach? You get me I say? But we are gonna jump into what Daryl was. From the video, and clearly we are gonna jump into what he has been saying since the package was recovered. So yesterday a video went viral claiming that goods went missing from a relief package that was sent. An investigation was immediately launched, and in the interest of transparency, I must share the details of finding. Let me be clear, the system of old will not be tolerated and every report of this sort will be investigated. We must fix issues that exist, but where the system works, the facts will be shared. The goods arrived on Tuesday and were cleared immediately by the custom broker. They never went to any room or off-site location. It went straight from the plane on the tarmac to receiving truck. Items were all wrapped and sealed in the same manner in which they were received. So basically what he's saying is everything was in order. There was no misunderstanding. There was no misplacing of the cargoes. There was no misplacing of the shipments and so forth. You get me? I say? And as much as this story can go both ways. It can be a fact, say, alright, some of the cargoes was misplaced or so forth. And Buju Banton is overreacting. But Buju Banton have all rights to be overreacting because this is something that constantly happen in Jamaica. You get me? I say? This is something that constantly happen in Jamaica. So Buju Banton automatically think that somebody is basically scamming what the hurricane victim should have got. You get me? I say? And nothing wrong with that. You get me? Nothing wrong with that for you investing so much money and time into something where it's alright, a lot of people is going to be benefited from it. And then when you reach the cargo, you realize a lot of the goods were missing. Nothing wrong with that. You get me? I say? And if Buju haven't carried this to the media, it would have been hushed up, and Buju Banton cargoes and packages would have not been reallocated or relocated or be found at this timely manner. You get me? I say? So in idea, I think Buju have done the right thing. Buju shows to them, say, yo, don't fuck with my things. You get me? I say? That's that Buju they try. That was the point Buju was basically try bring across. You get me? I say? But with all of that said, Buju end up answering back Minister Vaz on his Instagram page. And Buju had this to say, with all due respect, I can see that you remain unaware of how things went. The goods were not taken from the plane to our trucks, but instead taken from the plane to an area we had no sight of. On day one, our person waited for some several plus hours for the clearance of the items for the trucks to be loaded. 1 day, 2 day, the same thing happened. With the only difference between that time they took to get us and the items from the custom was a shorter wait time. Seals were broken and things were taken. I have no reason to create mischief nor make up stories. As usual, you have tried to make this political. For your information, the packages on the flight for PNP MPs were donated and placed there by various Florida commissioners and donors. I allowed them the space on the plane as this is about Jamaica, not about PNP or JLP, as we are suffering. The reality is that the system is broken. If you took the time to read the comments under my post, you would realize that though I may have been the first public figure to come forward with this issue, I'm not the first person to have experienced it. The common thread continues to be a lack of accountability and trying to shame and blame the person who speaks out. It is extremely disappointing that this is attitude and approach you have chosen to take, but not surprising. You get me? As a Buju has always been that person. Talk whenever there is some sort of fuckery going on in the system, and he's actually right. Why does everything has to be seen as a political thing? You get me? I say the fact that people are suffering from the hurricane category 5 hurricane that has hit Jamaica, and so many people are jumping into play their part, are jumping into make a difference, are jumping into make everyone feel as if they are taken care of. But yet still, his cargoes, his packages has been replaced. Bro, total fuck that, bro. Total fuck. That's why I can understand how ghetto people really involved in politics when politicians are not for us. You get me, I say? But that's another story. But I totally understand Buju's frustration, and I honestly think Daryl he should have just um located the package, send it to the G, and let's call it a day. Instead of you try to make it seems as if what Buju Banton is saying a total fuckery. When I just facts him speak. You get me answer?